Welcome. Well, there we go. Let's turn these up. There we go.
There we go.
Welcome to Prep Sports Network. I'm Brian Stanley. This is a quick pregame show. Joining me, Daniel Gilman, a name you may not be familiar with, a name you may be familiar with. Much love to the referees coming by saying hi. But Daniel Gilman filled in while I was on my COVID relief break. Game 2 of that break. First game was Chris Sylvester, Daniel Gilman. He also played a huge role. I want to give you some love real quick. Played a huge role in getting this season and the football season off the ground, selling our advertising for us. So he's a big, intricate part of Prep Sports Network, so we appreciate you coming on board tonight and getting a true Mission Prep broadcast with the video.
Now, happy to be with you. Yeah, that Paso game, the last time that Mission Prep came away victorious. They've lost 4 straight, hoping to snap that 3-game home losing streak as we step aside for just a moment, getting ready to give you the starting lineups and tip off right after the national anthem.
Hyundai San Luis Obispo is proud to support Mission Prep football this fall at 1407 Auto Park Way in San Luis Obispo. Come check out our Hyundai Getaway Sales event. With new inventory arriving daily, you won't want to miss out on what's going on at Hyundai San Luis Obispo. And if you don't feel like coming in, we make it easy with the option to shop from home. For more information, visit HyundaiSlow.com. Mission Prep football is driven by Hyundai San Luis Obispo.
California Fresh Market is more than just your local grocery store. A full-service deli featuring premium boar's head meat and cheeses, fresh daily dips and salsas, organic and locally sourced produce, sushi rolled daily, wild-caught seafood, choice prime and Snake River Farms American Wagyu beef, artisan sourdough bread, fresh-baked cakes and pies, top-shelf wine and spirits, and the best craft beer selection. Happy holidays from all of us at California Fresh Market, the best on the Central Coast.
We take this Mission Prep basketball break to tell you about our friends at Gino's Pizza on Monterey Street in San Luis Obispo. They're open daily, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Give them a call if you're hungry right now, 805-752-1333. Now, why is Gino's unique? Well, they're a classic neighborhood family pizzeria known for distinctive pizza crusts, farm-fresh products, premium quality ingredients, and friendly service. At Gino's Pizza, they believe that pizza is one of, if not the only, heartwarming, mood-soothing, create-a-party ambiance anywhere, anytime comfort foods. All right, that's enough hype. Get down to Gino's Pizza and tell them the Royals sent you. Official pizza partner of Mission Prep Basketball on PrepSportsNetworks.com. It's Gino's Pizza on Monterey Street in downtown San Luis Obispo.
It's the 3-4 Mission Prep Royals playing host to the 1-3 Nipomo Titans. Second of 2 meetings between these two teams this season as the Royals took care of business by 14 back on December 17th in Nipomo as the son of the head coach Garrett Ikeda leads the way for these Titans. We'll keep an eye on 2 of their star guards here today as we give you the starting lineups for the visiting Titans. The 2 to keep an eye on, number 0 and 1 in Luca Hart and Luis Demotica, along with his brother Carl Demotica and Preston Creer. Gavin Parker, down low at 6'2", will be the size that Mission Prep will have to match up with. And without Wyatt Malhart, the only usual player out today, Mission Prep will send their tall and usual lineup to the court with David Andrade, Grant and Jude Callahan, Landon Smith, and of course, J.J. Howard. And Big Red, you were there on Friday. It was a tough 1-point loss at AG, but JJ, 35 points. Tell me more about his performance.
He carried the team, as he always tries to do in his contest. When the team doesn't thrive early in the contest, he finds a way to score, finds a way to get to the rim, and that's what he did. And in that contest, that one-score game, it came down to a missed three-pointer by Jude Callahan, and the instinct of Luke Jacobson just to put the ball back from a low post defender is where that 2 came from, that 1-point deficit.
Right, it would have been a game-tying 3 from the deep shot of Jude Callahan, and instead it was a 1-point loss. Believe it or not, both these teams are coming off of losses against AG, as Nipomo has not played in 11 days. Their last game was Friday the 14th. That was an 80-47 drubbing by Arroyo Grande. And so Nipomo, they'll be fresh, but they could be rusty here early on.
Yeah, fresh and rusty, coming off protocols as a team. So they missed that 10-day window of playing and competing and being together because of the safety protocols around high school sports. So like you said, they're fresh, but they're also rusty because they haven't had much time to play together. So it all depends on how dedicated each individual player was to the craft when they were at home alone.
And before that AG loss, it was a 16-point victory against the same Paso Robles team that the Royals took care of by 40 points in their last win of the season. That came back on January 7th. It's your home Royals in the whites with the gold trims, visiting Titans in the road blacks with the red Nipomo across the chest as JJ wins the opening tip. Jude Callahan runs it down. Callahan coming off of a 12-point performance against Nipomo last time out. And we'll see how he runs the floor here to start this first quarter. 8-minute quarters. Excited for some Tuesday night men's basketball action as the first shot just a bit wide by Callahan. Bright shoes shown by Luca Hart. It'll be Hart and DeMonica, the two top scorers for these Titans. A lot of contact down low. It's Hart from 3. Offensive rebound by that other star player. Great defense, though, down low. I think Landon Smith got a tip on that one, but Nipomo, 2 early offensive rebounds just 45 seconds in.
Landon Smith, one of the shorter guys on the court, not afraid to throw bodies with the big guys.
Third shot of the possession brought down by Howard, and JJ's moving the other way, surveying the offense. Left wing corner 3, in and out from Landon. So far it looks like Nipomo emphasizing the rebounding game. They've done so offensively and have now brought down 2 defensive boards. Three-pointer wide open, and it's banged home by Luis DeMonica.
One of the keys to victory I was thinking about on my drive up here from Santa Maria was that Mission Prep needs to focus on the defensive rebound. As you saw, they allowed 3 possessions in one setting with Nipomo, and they can't allow that. They need to get the ball back defensively.
And so for the first time today, the offense for the Royals slowing down, led by 16th-year head coach Terrence Harris, as the deep 3 way off to the right from Jude Callahan. He's 0 for his last 2. Was squared up from right down Broadway was Jude Callahan to end the game against AG, but it just rimmed out. Would have forced overtime, and then a putback made it 66-65. The final dropped the Royals to 3-4 in the Mountain League. Their next game right here at home on Friday against Atascadero. Oh, nifty hands from Luca Hart, but his finish no good. He's 0 for his first 3 shots as Howard brings down his first board. To a transitioning Andrade. He's stuffed by DeMonica, the younger DeMonica. That's the sophomore Carl. Another offensive board, Andrade. Oh, he can't quite put it in. Brian, I'm not sure they've taken the lids off of the hoop yet today. Here we are with 5:40 left in the first quarter. Still 3-0 to the visitors.
A little geometry needed here.
JJ, his second 3 is pure, and we're tied at 3. Howard, his second best offensive output of the season with 35 on Friday. Remember, he scored 38 in one of those Christmas Classic games here at home. Ooh, Howard got hit pretty hard at the top of the arc. Layup no good, and JJ will transition the other way with the left. It's good, and 1. Limping just a bit. I mentioned he was tripped on the defensive side of things a moment ago, but how quick is that transition offense from number 23?
It's quite quick. And you talk about the limp. There was a concern the other night. He left the game in the second quarter, and that's not a position you want to see him leave the game. And he spent much of the first half getting checked over.
JJ can't complete the 3-point play. It's 5-3 Royals here early on this Tuesday night Mountain League matchup. Daniel Gilman alongside Brian Stanley. So happy you're with us as we're tuned in to the California Fresh Market presenting Mission Prep basketball, driven by Hyundai Slow, as a 3-pointer from Luis DeMonica is pure. And just like that, Nipomo with a pair of 3s leads 6-5. 6 points, all scored by DeMonica as he nearly aided in the takeaway from Hart. Instead, a ticky-tack foul is called in favor of Mission Prep, and with 4:44 left in the first, 6-5's the score.
Only the second team foul hounded out to the Titans in this quarter.
Working to get an open 3 attempt from Callahan from the left wing. Third offensive rebound of the game from Andrade. Second chance effort. Great defense. They triple team Howard in the paint, but oh no, slippery fingers from Gavin Parker. Gives it right back to the Royals. Mission Prep will have a fresh shot clock as well. It should reset to 30, but we're sitting at 27 at the moment. I think they'll take that.
27 is the official stand. Possession is another key element, and
oh, an alley up for Howard and one off of the inbound. You know they work on that one in practice.
They do. That's something new to the arsenal, something that Terrence Harris has pulled out of recent usage in the last 3 or 4 games. So they've been perfecting it to a T. I think there's only been 1 miss on the alley-oop.
I think they were looking for a dunk, but Howard wisely decided to stay a little bit outside of the perimeter of the hoop. Went with the layup and again misses the 3-point conversion. So 2 missed free throws for Howard. It's a 7-6 Royals lead as a pair of Mission Prep reserves get ready to check in. Nipomo has all 6 points from number 1, DeMonica. Hart, dribble drive, a poke around from Howard, and it's off of the left arm of the Nipomo guard. A turnover. Turnover number 4 from the Titans as we see a pair, Luke Jacobson and Cole Jenkins check in. Jacobson 6 points on Friday at AG. Here with 4 minutes to go in the first, 7-6 Royals.
Coming in off the bench, Cole Jenkins adds a defensive presence, just like Landon Smith does.
Playing catch with Howard. Deep 3, no good. Rebounded off of Mission Prep, and it'll transition over to Nipomo as they look to take their second lead of the contest. Preston Creer checks it in as a bit of a half full court press instituted. Jenkins leading the way. Luca Hart with those shiny neon orange shoes gets through and gets fouled, the first foul of the game on MP. See the scoreboard in the bottom right of your screen. 3:40 to go in the first of 4 quarters. Royals lead 7-6 on the back of 7 J.J. Howard points. And are there 10 people on the court or just 2? Because right now all the points have scored by just 2 of the players as Hart gets fancy. Going the other way, a block off of Callahan's drive. Dished out to Howard, and that was a friendly bounce. 9 points now for Howard.
Howard taking a nice little friendly step through from the right wing.
DeMonica strong with the left. Blocked, though, by Callahan. He can't quite come up offensively, but Grant Callahan defensively has been huge. In transition, Jude Callahan, too strong. Offensive board, up and in by Jacobson. One of the most consistent scorers on the team at 6'5". Jacobson averages 4.5 a game. Bit of a double team here on Hart. The junior point guard gets through it and gets fouled. Wants a shooting foul, but it looks like it's just going to be on the floor. And an inbound under the hoop comes, second team foul. Looked like Carl DeMonica, the younger brother of Lewis, needed a little bit of a break. And with that, Garrett Ikeda calls their first timeout. 2:46 to go in this opening quarter. 11-6 Royals. We'll be right back.
High school football fans, we know the weekend starts under the Friday night lights, and at Laguna Grill, we've got you covered on college football Saturdays and NFL Sundays this fall. Come by and enjoy a savory burger with our made-in-house patties, some awesome appetizers, and a cold one. While watching your favorite games, Laguna Grill, a proud sponsor of Mission Prep Football on PSNtv.
Back at Cowitz Court here on the campus of Mission Prep. Daniel Gilman alongside Brian Stanley. I want to remind you, if you're watching on YouTube, you can interact with us throughout this game by adding the chat and chatting along with us. Marcy, we're so happy that you're with us. And yes, 2 of us here today, a double dip action as Mission Prep looks to snap a 4-game losing streak. And is it a foul called on the near corner? It looks like it is. 3rd team foul for Mission Prep. Jenkins gets whistled for it, and he'll come out for Jaden Nazil. Now, last time I was here, I got to see Nazil in his first real action of the season against Paso, and he was phenomenal defensively. Keep an eye on number 20, buzzing around the ball. I think he had 3 steals against Robles in that action.
Yeah, I will say I was disappointed that I did not get to see his debut or the debut of Chase Untall. So I was a little jealous sitting at home listening to the broadcast.
Well, happy to be with you now, as Brian will be right back on the mic on Friday in Mission Prep's next game, 6:30, right here at home against Atascadero. And look at the hustle from Jude Callahan. Not quite rewarded, but the team effort is acknowledged from his teammates there as the inbound pass comes. Before we do that, Jared Serrano will check in for Nipomo. Out goes Gavin Parker. Serrano, a usual starter for this Titans team, comes off the bench as the first sub today. Oh, look at Nazil right off the inbound. First steal of the contest. Keep an eye on his numbers. Great pass by Howard, just bobbled a bit by Jacobson cutting from the left. First turnover for Mission Prep today.
I think that could have been a Jacobson dunk right there with that transition. He just got a little ahead of himself, one too many steps.
11-6 Royals. The visitors on a 4-minute scoreless stretch. They got off to an early 6-5 lead on 6 Luis DeMonica points. And a couple too many steps from DeMonica here. The 4th turnover from Nipomo here in the first quarter. 2:19 to go. Royals really locking down the defense. What have you seen so far defensively, Brian?
They've been doing that. They've been creating turnovers, allowing the offensive side of the ball to play out and maintaining possession more often.
Howard running the point, 3-point shot. No good from Callahan. Jacobson with a pair, 9 from Howard as the lead stands at 5. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. One of those games that the referees are letting them play a little bit down low. A lot of physicality, love to see it. As the 3-point attempt passed by Serrano, he wants to dribble drive, and the foul is called. We'll see if it's a shooting foul this time. It is, so Nipomo taking their first trip to the free throw line today with 1:51 to go in the first.
And just an update, score on the other side for Nipomo Titans fans tuning in. The St. Joseph Knights of Santa Maria are beating the girls team 15-3.
And St. Joe's will go to Nipomo on Thursday, the next league match for these Titans, as Serrano unable to snap this scoreless stretch. His second free throw is good, so somebody not named DeMonica has a point now with Serrano adding to the total. 11-7 the score here with under 2 to go in the first. Nipomo JV came away with a tight 3-point victory just about a half an hour ago, 43-40 over the Royals. Hart on defense, great spin move by Callahan, and it's deflected out of bounds off of Nipomo as we see Aiden Dolan make his debut tonight as the man you just mentioned, freshman upgrade from the JV squad, Chase Untall. Untall didn't play on Friday at AG. They're needing him here as Howard off the transition. A deep 3 makes it 14-7. J.J. Howard now with 12 points, 5 of them off of the inbound. That's something that the Titans have to try to keep an eye on. Hard to defend him. How would you defend Howard? Foul.
Yeah, foul. Howard is a special player here on the Citric Coast. There's a few of them right now, and he is one of those. And he's only a junior, so he's only going to get better. Nice defensive block by Dolan right there.
Hart, 3, no good. DeMonica offensive board. He hangs and bangs off the backboard. 8 quick points from Luis DeMonica. Under 45 seconds to go in the first quarter. 14-9 Mission Prep. Can they make it 17-9? No, a little too strong from Jacobson. Run down by Hart, who's been the everything for this Nipomo team. He actually stops for a second to go talk to his head coach. Had to hustle across the midway point. Half of a second separates shot and game clock, so we'll see if Nipomo waits. Instead, Hart takes a circus shot. He's still held scoreless today, and a gift to the Royals. They can now hold for the final 14 seconds of the first quarter. Some fouls to give. Avoiding the foul on Towel. Nearly an offensive board, 3 seconds to go. DeMonica takes, the pass. The shot does not count. Questionable decision-making there by the leading scorer for Nipomo. Takes us to the break at the end of the first. 14-9 Royals. You're listening and watching Mission Prep Basketball, presented by California Fresh Market and driven by Hyundai Slow.
Hyundai San Luis Obispo is proud to support Mission Prep football this fall at 1407 Auto Park Way in San Luis Obispo. Come check out our Hyundai Getaway Sales event. With new inventory arriving daily, you won't want to miss out on what's going on at Hyundai San Luis Obispo. And if you don't feel like coming in, we make it easy with the option to shop from home. For more information, visit HyundaiSlow.com. Mission Prep football is driven by Hyundai San Luis Obispo.
California Fresh Market is more than just your local grocery store. A full-service deli featuring premium boar's head meat and cheeses, fresh daily dips and salsas, organic and locally sourced produce, sushi rolled daily, wild-caught seafood, choice prime and Snake River Farms American Wagyu beef, artisan sourdough bread, fresh-baked cakes and pies, top-shelf wine and spirits, and the best craft beer selection. Happy holidays from all of us at California Fresh Market, the best on the Central Coast.
On a Tuesday night, Nipomo and Mission Prep, the Royals at 8-12, 3-4 in the conference. The Titans 7-14, 1-3 in the Mountain League. And both of these teams have a bit of a fervent pace to finish off their season here, Brian. Nipomo, 3 games in the next 4 days, while Mission Prep, of course, hosts Atascadero on Friday before traveling to Paso on Tuesday in what could be a pair of pivotal Mountain League wins if it comes for the Royals, as they lead by 5 here in the early portions of the second quarter. And again, Nazil, his second steal. Fancy footwork from Dahlin. He's going to have to slow things down. Heaves it cross court. Howard probably passed up an open assist. Instead, it's an offensive board by Nazil, a true stat-stuffing freshman. Can he get an assist? Oh, off the backboard. Back of the iron, I should say. Offensive board, put back by Howard. 4 offensive rebounds from Andrade today.
Howard is one of those players you'll find all over the court. You never know where he's going to pop up. He's like, where's Waldo?
Double team. I'll tell you what, those shoes from Hart make it hard to miss him.
He's just trying to identify himself on game tape.
The defense is having an easy time defending him, as the deep 3 from Luca Hart right in my face. Right after I said he was
on your face.
Easy to defend. 3 points now for Hart. Lead trimmed to 4 at 16-12. Holding it at the top of the key, Untall. Right to his JV counterpart in Nazil. A lot of speed on the court here with the 2 freshmen along with Dahlin. Down low, Andrade and Howard. Inside, right wing, jumper good. Andrade gets on the scoreboard to add with his 4 rebounds. 18-12 Royals here with under 6.5 to play in the first half. Hart dishes it back to DeMonica, the younger one, to his older brother Luis. Runs into a steam wagon that is Andrade. Spinning jumper, no good off the offensive board. And Howard will run through things. An open Andrade. He finds himself into a double team, wisely passes out, but right into the waiting hands of Carl DeMonica. His brother Luis adds to his total, now has 10, as DeMonica with 10, Howard with 14, the 2 stars today. Tell you what, the Titans keeping this a game, although on the floor it looks a little lopsided.
That was one of my, another key to victory for the Royals is passing on the offensive side of the ball. Bad passes lead to turnovers. And
Oh, an
turnovers
illegal
lead to points.
screen on Howard. An offensive foul. Second turnover of the contest for Mission Prep as a hockey-style substitution comes in as we see Landon Smith check back in along with Luke Jacobson and Grant Callahan. For the first time today, Howard will take a break. Nazil also subbed out. And a travel called on Jared Serrano. He's been struggling. One of the players who missed some time due to COVID and having to reassert himself back into this lineup for Nipomo as the 6th turnover for the Titans gives the Royals back the ball, leading by 4. 5:10 to go in the first half as Callahan works at right wing. A trailing Smith. He had a point in the last time these two teams met, and then the freshman Untal whistled for the travel. So now back-to-back turnovers for Mission Prep offensively, stalling a bit to start this second quarter.
And that's not something they need to be doing. You know, they need to focus on the ball, focus on their footwork, and focus on their passing right now.
Defense, though, not an issue. Just 14 points allowed, 10 of them scored by Luis Obispo, who has the ball now, crossing up Callahan. No good off the backboard. Good rebound by Jacobson. Interesting to see, right? You know, a good test right now for the players on the floor. Not a lot of them play together without Howard usually. Corner 3, too strong. How about another offensive rebound for Andrade? He then loses possession. But what hustle by number 0, the junior.
Jumping up, get some balls. We need him to do that on the defensive side now.
He's got 5 rebounds, all offensive.
Yeah, get him some defensive rebounds, and this score starts to change a lot more.
Checking in Preston Creer. Got the start today for the Titans. A rare start for the junior shooting guard, and he is not quite living up to his coach's expectations today. We'll see if he gets a shot on net here after his air ball in the first. Good mid-range jumper by Hart. He now has 5 points. 18-16 as Howard quick to check back in. Coach Harris isn't wasting any time. Dribble drive from Callahan. Great dish. Oh no. The bunny missed by Jacobson. Put back by Luke. Sometimes they say the best mess to clean up is your own, as the Royals lead by 4.
Scoring update, Rigetti High School men's basketball lead Aurora Grande Eagles 34-30 at the half.
Hart misses, moving quickly in transition. Defense, though, is there. You got to give a hat tip to Nipomo and Carl DeMonico, who got in front of the surging Jacobson. Offensive rebound. A lot of missed shots inside the paint today, but a lot of offensive rebounds as Grant Callahan gets on the scoreboard. 22-16, good guys. And a tip and a takeaway. Landon Smith steps back from 3. Maybe not the wisest decision without any offensive presence. Hart will move quickly. Tries a nifty pass off of the shoe of his teammate down low in Carl DeMonica. And now the teams are running. No half-court offense here as the trip to the free throw line comes for Grant.
This is full-on street ball right now.
It really is, and all of this with Howard waiting to check back in.
And Gavin Parker officially in foul trouble, 3 fouls, 2 more, and he has to go to the bench for the night.
And that's their second biggest player in terms of size at 6'2", and before the free throws, we had a weird moment there as Luke Jacobson was racing towards the sideline, so Mission Prep calls a quick timeout. It'll be a full-length one here with 3:05 to go in the first half. Royals lead by 6.
Hi, this is David Idell from Sunset Honda. We make car buying easy.
Like 0% financing or Sunset Honda's transparent lease, where there's zero due from you when you lease any new Honda.
Looking to cash in on your vehicle? Sunset Honda makes that easy too by offering $1,000 over Kelley Blue Book on your trade-in. Have another offer? Bring it. Worried about new car inventory? Don't be. Sunset Honda is packed with the vehicles you're looking for, and if you're thinking pre-owned, we have every option from Honda certified to our our value lot filled with vehicles under $10,000.
Plus, Sunset Honda is offering our Central workers a $500 discount voucher on any pre-owned vehicle. No wonder Sunset Honda has been voted the best new car dealer in SLO County 7 years in a row.
And that's the Sunset Honda experience, where we make car buying easy. Get started today at sunsethonda.com.
0% for up to 48 months on 2021 HRV and Pilot models. 0% for up to 36 months on 2021 Odyssey and Passport models. For well-qualified buyers, tier 1 through 3 through American Honda Finance. Essential worker discount on pre-owned vehicles only and can't be combined with other programs at Costco. Offers valid through 7/6/21. See dealer for details.
It's a game that Mission Prep has dominated off of the scoreboard, but just a 6-point lead here. Free throws have cost them. 0 for 2 from the free throw line today are the Royals, and a chance for 2 as Grant Callahan looks to add to the slim total. He now has 3 points coming off of an 11-point outing on Friday. He had 10 points against Nipomo. That was back on December 17th, a 14-point victory on the road for the Royals as Callahan's shot is true. There you go, now you can see it. Here with 3:02 to go in the first half, Royals lead by 8. Nipomo at 1-3 in the Mountain League. Their win came against Paso, a 16-point victory back on January 11th. Leading scorer, Luis Obispo, truly built for this game. 6'5", matches up well with Howard. Look at JJ defensively poking it away. It does stay with the Titans, but if this game is close late, that'll be the matchup to watch. These are the two players that both teams lean on. Howard with 14, Obispo with 10.
Can we say it's the clash of the Titans?
We can say it's a clash of the Titans. Hopefully nobody here remembers the Titans after it as Obispo comes up strong, lays it in. It's 24-18. Nearly an and one there from a driving Callahan. And once we saw Grant put in some free throws, now we'll see Jude try the same. 1 year younger than his brother Grant, both averaging over 7 points a game. Not related.
Not related.
Brother in spirit.
Brother in spirit. Brother in arms. Don't feel bad. I've made the same. I was corrected by Coach Hitchin middle of the broadcast. He comes running. He came walking by the table, heard me say that. He's like, nope.
Ooh, a Hail Mary pass leaked out to the newest addition in Cowitz. Hart gets fouled. Is it going to count? I'm not sure it should count. He did bobble it in the air, and it won't. It'll be a foul on the floor. Although in the bonus goes the Titans as the Royals sit with 7 fouls. A 1-and-1 coming for Hart as Nazil comes in for Callahan.
That is Callahan's 3rd foul.
So we got a couple players in foul trouble, Callahan and Parker for either squad.
And bonus for the Titans here, as the Royals have reached 7 fouls.
First of the 1-and-1 is pure. Needed that one to fall as the visiting Titans trying to keep this one within striking range, and they are down by 6 at the moment, under 2.5 to play in the first half. Rebounding, a bit of a question mark. They won't need to as the second free throw is good. Hart now with 7. Moving quickly, Nazil. He gets bumped and bangs it home. Jaden Nazil's first point to the contest, and he's got a chance to make it 3.
Keeping up with his average, 2.3 points a game.
There we go, plenty of time to bump that one up here. As Gavin Parker comes out, was that his 3rd? Might have been. We're going to wait for confirmation on that.
That was his 4th.
His 4th. 4 on Gavin Parker now. So he's got real issues as Nipomo struggling on the size side of things. Trailing by 8. Nazil adds the free throw here with 2:05 to go in the first half. One too many steps. Cowitz travels again. Fresh into the contest, a pair of turnovers for Josh Cowitz. And a timeout called by Garrett Akita. 2:05 to go in this first half. It's a full timeout, so we'll step away as well. Royals lead 28-20, led by Howard's 14.
For more than 60 years, Holland Realtors have been in San Luis Obispo serving the Central Coast community, treating your property as it were our very own. That's the famous slogan that has seen 3 generations of Holland Realtors come through the San Luis Obispo area. Free home valuations, they have it all at Holland Realtors in San Luis Obispo. Check them out today, the official realtor partner of Mission Prep Basketball.
Updating our scorebooks. Always good to keep track of our scores. I'm glad I'm not an official scorer, because I would be fired quicker than I would be as a broadcaster.
Jacobson and Callahan each with 4. Jude has 1, 3 for Nazil, and 14 for Howard for those keeping track at home. Here with under 2 to go in the first half, Daniel Gilman, Brian Stanley. So happy you're with us here on this Tuesday night. Little Mountain League action in the Central Coast, as J.J. Howard continuing to put on a show night after night. 35 points on Friday. But the turnovers have come aplenty here in the second quarter for Mission Prep, and now a foul in the bonus as Callahan goes in strong, and free throws will come for Preston Creer. Still in the 1-1. 8th team foul for the Royals as Andrade comes back in. He replaces Jacobson. Nipomo has been decent from the free throw line, 3 for 4. Go ahead.
Grant Callahan now with 2 fouls.
That first of the 1-1 is so important as Howard brings down the rebound, but does his best impression of Ryan Tannehill, throws it away. Driving with the left, no good from Carl DeMonica. And just like that, you mentioned street ball. These teams not wasting any time. No half-court offense. Howard, his own board. Again, no good. Strong defensive rebound by Luis DeMonica. 1:10 to go in the first half. But why slow things down? Up and under, an offensive foul, and a massive celebration from Harris at the top of your screen. That was fun to watch.
I haven't seen him that excited in a while, getting a call to go his way.
Huge turn of momentum, and now a chance for Mission Prep to maybe go 2 for 1 here with 1:06 to go in the first half, and that is if they slow things down at all. We've seen both teams run full transition.
On the next foul committed, it's bonus.
Stepping into a 3 offensive board, Nazil, that's all about positioning. He's then stripped by DeMonica. Fantastic defense from both sides this quarter. Exhausted Luca Hart. He's been out there for every minute of this first half. Hounded by Howard, nearly taken away. Trouble in the quarter. DeMonica finds an open Creer. His layup is no good. Now Andrade has a defensive rebound. That's his 6th. And the shot clock is off. We saw both teams take shots too early in the first quarter. We'll see if they hold it for the entirety of this 20, now 16 seconds.
We've been scoreless for over a minute now.
Nipomo was held at 6 for a while in the first quarter. They had a big surge in the second, trailing by 8. Howard with 4 seconds, 2 seconds. Jaden up and under. He's fouled with 1.1. And J.J. Howard with the aid of Jaden Nazil, kind of adding a screen there if you saw down low from the freshman. Such high basketball IQ from Jaden Nazil, continuing to impress, helping out his junior teammate to get to the free throw line, as Howard sits 0 for 2 from the free throw line, now makes his first. How about an even 16 if JJ can splash home this one? Give the Royals a 10-point lead as RJ Esmond will check in if the free throw is made, but it is not. And Full court heave not attempted. 29-20. Royals lead. A few points left to be desired, but the defense has been tremendous. We'll talk more about that, give you stats and keys to the second half in just a few moments. This is a great time. Go grab a drink, get some food, run to the bathroom. We'll be back in a few minutes as the Royals lead 29-20 into the half. It's the California Fresh Market presenting Mission Prep Basketball, driven by Hyundai Slow.
California Fresh Market is more than just your local grocery store. A full-service deli featuring premium boar's head meat and cheeses, fresh daily dips and salsas, organic and locally sourced produce, sushi rolled daily, wild-caught seafood, choice prime and Snake River Farms American Wagyu beef, artisan sourdough bread, fresh-baked cakes and pies, top-shelf wine and spirits, and the best craft beer selection. Happy holidays from all of us at California Fresh Market, the best on the Central Coast.
We take this Mission Prep basketball break to tell you about our friends at Gino's Pizza on Monterey Street in San Luis Obispo. They're open daily, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Give them a call if you're hungry right now, 805-752-1333. Now, why is Gino's unique? Well, they're a classic neighborhood family pizzeria known for distinctive pizza crusts, farm-fresh products, premium quality ingredients, and friendly service. At Gino's Pizza, they believe that pizza is one of, if not the only, heartwarming, mood-soothing, create-a-party ambiance anywhere, anytime comfort foods. All right, that's enough hype. Get down to Gino's Pizza and tell them the Royals sent you. Official pizza partner of Mission Prep Basketball on PrepSportsNetworks.com. It's Gino's Pizza on Monterey Street in downtown San Luis Obispo. Sometimes before or after a big workout, you need a boost. Well, how about you come down to Boost Nutrition? That's right. Get a boost at Boost Nutrition on California in San Luis Obispo. Come hang with them at Boost Nutrition. Healthy shakes, protein coffee, energizing teas, and more. Boost Nutrition, the official boost of Mission Prep Basketball.
Slow Brew The Rock is home to a 30-barrel brew house, canning line, and tasting room. The Rock features a tap room restaurant, catering kitchen, and event space. The casual setting is centered around The Rock, with extensive landscaping, casual outdoor seating, and fire pits. The Rock boasts one of the largest venues in San Luis Obispo County for corporate functions, weddings, and other celebratory events. Open Tuesday through Sunday, noon to 8 p.m., it's the perfect pregame hangout spot before the next Mission Prep football game. Find us at 855 Aero Vista Place in SLO. Go Royals!
Old San Luis Barbecue, a proud supporter of Mission Prep Royals football in the 2021 season. Established in 2010, They are SLO County's best Santa Maria-style barbecue. Couple of locations to choose from in San Luis Obispo, one on Higuera, one on Broad. They're open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., Fridays and Saturdays even later, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m. A great spot to stop by after Mission Prep's next win.
Well, we got a score. It's 29-20, which I don't think adds up to my scorebook. But, hey, you know what? It does, actually, because J.J. Howard, we tallied it. It was 28. We all got it right, and then he made a free throw, so it is 29. Our score at the break, I'm Brian Stanley. First off, joining me is Daniel Gilman. We appreciate you joining us tonight. Marcy Dolan, always on the air with us. She's like my producer. She always tells me something's wrong. And
we got the scoreboard up there for her.
We got the scoreboard up there for her. We got it nice and big for you there, Marcy, so you can definitely see it right now in case we make it too small. But she's also giving me tips and advice. I just want to give her some plugs because I didn't get a chance to do this, and it's hard to talk to myself and give plugs to somebody. I used to have the banner across the top, and she made the recommendation to move it to the bottom because a lot of the bottom is crowd. And it's worked out really great. I think it adds a better element. The NBA does it. You know, they don't put it at the top because sometimes the camera shot would be a little low or be off angle, and you'd miss the shot in the rim because of the banner across the top.
Yeah, nobody needs to see the first row fans anyways, right?
Yeah, nobody cares about the fans. They care about the team. And they care about you and I.
They care about J.J. Howard and his
They
15
do.
points. The only thing we've seen that hasn't gone right for the Mission Prep Royals today has been from the free throw line. Balmy 2 for 5 at the moment, but everything else has clicked for the Royals, especially defensively, Brian. The one thing that we kind of kept an eye on coming into this game, and they struggled in the first couple minutes, is that rebounding. The defensive boards, they weren't quite grabbing them in the first 2-3 minutes, but most of the second quarter, most of the first quarter as well, Mission Prep able to avoid second chance efforts for Nipomo.
Exactly, avoiding those second chance efforts. I think all three key to victories that I came up with, we didn't get to talk about them, but they were in my head. The first one being getting defensive boards. They started working on that. Definitely working on the offensive side of the board too. That was not something I was thinking about, but that's also working for them, maintaining possession of the ball and regaining possession. And then the second thing was ball handling and maintaining that ball handling skill, not throwing bad passes out, not trying to be too fancy with your ball work and losing possession because you easily get knocked away after the defender can reach in and touch it because you lose control.
I think we saw a little bit of issues there in the second quarter with trying to be too big, right? We saw a couple Howard passes that he tried to be Hercules, and maybe a couple other instances where turnovers started to pile up. So we'll see. What do you think the Royals can do there in terms of trying to possess more? Is it trying to keep your eye off of the scoreboard, maybe?
I think, in my opinion, they need to slow it down. Play offensive. Play half-court basketball. They have the lead. There's no point in rushing the ball. Like, you know, when you have the lead in football, you take your time.
Yeah.
You work the clock. There's no shame in doing that in basketball. Setting up your offense and running the right way, making sure you're guaranteeing those points or allowing somebody to be in position to get those second chance points on a rebound. I think that's the key to victory. And the last thing is, and we're seeing this in the book is getting assistance in scoring besides J.J. Howard. Yeah. And that's something that at halftime normally it's one or two guys with J.J. scoring, but today we have 3 or 4 guys, 5 or 3, 4 or 5 guys getting in the books early to help this charge to get the victory, get out of the slump of 4 games.
I think one other thing that you can maybe add on to this second half in terms of places to improve is don't be afraid to shoot the open 3.
Correct.
We've seen the offensive rebounds for the Royals kind of tally up there. I think 7 offensive boards in that first half, 4 of them from Andrade. But if you have an open three and you have players down under the hoop, don't be afraid to go ahead and take that, because it seems like the Titans' strategy today is to crowd the paint, prevent Howard, prevent the Callahans, prevent Jacobson from using that size down low, because it's obvious that there's a height mismatch, especially with the 6'2" Parker, one foul away from being ejected.
And they need to be smart on defense. The Royals do, because on the other hand, Jude Callahan 3 fouls.
Right.
So he's in that same conversation as Parker is with 4 fouls.
And yet, Callahan on the court, so trust from the coaching staff to see if Jude can avoid picking up that 4th foul as we get underway here in the second half. Teams switch sides as Mission Prep in the home whites, Nipomo in the road blacks. Royals lead 29-20 here with 16 minutes to go, separating Mission Prep from what could be their 4th conference victory, as the jumper is just short from Howard. This is the guy, though, for Nipomo. If they're going to make a statement here on the road, it's going to be the Titan guard in Luis Obispo, who had 10 points in the first half. Under 15 to shoot. A crazy 3 from Hart. He has taken some very questionable shots.
Deep from the wing, I wouldn't have taken that shot.
Not with 14 seconds on the shot clock, maybe with 1, as Callahan moves the other way, defended by Cowitz. Right baseline, and a foul called as Andrade works his way to the free throw line. Cowitz gets called.
Nice no-look pass.
From the free throw line today, we've seen a pair made from Andrade, 1 made from Callahan, and 2 made from Nazil. Or excuse me, 1 made from Nazil, as the first free throw is good from DA. 7 rebounds, 3 points today from Andrade, who averages just 3.5 a contest. Pure, 4 points now as the lead is up to 11 here with 7 to go in the third. Hart, defended by Smith, far from the hoop. Good screen, opens up a mid-range floater, defensive board Andrade, that's his 8th. You mentioned going slowly, they do move a little bit slower down the floor and finds an open Luke. Excuse me, that's Jude. Callahan now has 4. 3rd three-pointer for the Royals today. 34-20 and a turnover at midfield. Streaking away, the left-handed jam by Howard. 36-20.
And that's why he's the dunk champion here at the Mission Prep Christmas Classic.
Yes, he is. We saw a few of those against Paso Robles in his return. How about back-to-back steals from Howard? He wants it back. And 1! No, they're going to wave it off and call a travel. Wow.
1 too many steps.
I thought at least a foul would be called. And instead a travel on Howard and a timeout called. And it looked like there JJ got scratched as well, so he's bleeding just a bit. We'll have a quick timeout called here with 6:04 to go. We'll take a quick break, come right back, and a 16-point Royals lead.
California Fresh Market is more than just your local grocery store. A full-service deli featuring premium boar's head meat and cheeses, fresh daily dips and salsas, organic and locally sourced produce, sushi rolled daily, wild-caught seafood, choice prime and Snake River Farms American Wagyu beef, artisan sourdough bread, fresh-baked cakes and pies, top-shelf wine and spirits, and the best craft beer selection. Happy holidays from all of us at California Fresh Market, the best on the Central Coast.
Welcome back, 6:04 to go in this third quarter, and you talk about balance. 4 different Royals with 4 points. Nazil has 3, and then Howard leading the way with 17. We thought maybe that would escalate to 19 there, but an unfriendly call against the home Royals there on the travel against Howard. Titans looking to finally score here in this third quarter, and they cannot do so. Scoreless for the last 2.5 as Howard moves the other way. Jude passes off the open three-pointer. An inlet pass. Andrade boxed out. Looked like a foul. DeMonica gets away with it. 36-20. Great no-look pass, but the up and under too strong from the sophomore DeMonica. Howard zipping through the defense, finds Callahan. He hits too strong off the glass. Field goal percentages lowering by the moment, and now a pass from DeMonica to his teammate Creer, who wasn't even looking. And there's another turnover. It's still 36-20. It was, mind you, 29-20 at the half. Royals on a 7-0 run. Loose ball, 50-50 ball, winds up in the hands of Andrade, as so many have today. Howard up and under. He gets his own rebound and puts it back in. 19 points for J.J. Howard as Nipomo questions the call as the ball didn't touch the rim, but Howard able to regain possession. And a foul on Callahan. That'll be his fourth. That's something to keep an eye on here as Jude has 4. We talked about the trust in keeping Callahan in to start this second half as Nazil will come in. As will Jacobson as Callahan and Andrade take a seat. I'm not sure anyone works harder down low than David Andrade. What do you think?
Andrade is definitely a big body football player that's works hard and he's not afraid to get physical with other athletes in the paint.
He's got that motor, earns a little bit of rest here with under 5 to play in the third quarter. Scoreless drought stretching over 3.5 minutes, and it continues as the open jumper in the lane, no good. Harris urging his team to move with transition and hustle and speed, and Nazil has 5. The Philly kid, younger brother of Slow High School's guard.
Yeah, forget his name.
Open jumper, no good. I just know that Jaden's brother plays there. Inlet pass. This time Nazil can't contribute. Jacobson tried to play patty cake with the ball. It's offensively brought down by Smith, and Jacobson can't corral it. Right now, the size is so evident in the mismatch down low that Mission Prep can basically tap every rebound back up. Oh, an intentional foul is called on a drive in the lane. Blow to the head, whistled against Jacobson. Not a call you see often made, and yet one made with conviction there by our main referee today.
That's Mark DiBernardi.
So 2 uncontested free throws and possession coming for Nipomo. Finally trying to score here in this third quarter as Coach Harris gets an explanation. First free throw is way off as Neo Cortez comes in for the first time today. Out goes Serrano. Gets one more free throw and then possession. That one is good, and Nipomo has points here in this second half. 40-21 the score. .335 to go in this third quarter. 19-point lead for the Royals. Looking to snap a 4-game losing streak. Looking like they will here with this tight defense today, and the addition of the Titans' big man getting into crazy foul trouble early. Finally, DeMonica finds the bottom of the hoop. He hadn't scored since the end of the first quarter. Oh, another crazy pass. Brought down, but unable to be saved right in front of us as it goes off the fingertips of Smith. That's now 10 turnovers for Mission Prep, and 5 of them have come with these crazy hero passes. Just about 3 to go in the third.
They get a little hasty. They're up big. They need to slow things down and just play some basketball.
Somebody took lessons from the Lonzo Ball school here as Hart continues to take crazier shots. A spinning, no-look three-pointer is no good. Offensive board, Nazil, his 3rd rebound. He's fouled. And we'll go back to the line for 2. Foul goes against Carl DeMonica. Nazil 1 for 1 from the free throw line today.
And just to give proper respect, thanks to the internet, we can look such things up these days. Jamari.
There we go. His older brother over at Slough High School. When will we see him? What? February 4th, right? In the Slowdown Showdown, you'll have it?
We will be here.
The Nazil Showdown. As his second free throw, no good. Lead at 18. Nazil now with 6 points.
A new career high for Jaden Nazil.
Great deflection down low by Jenkins.
Previous career high was 5 points set twice in his young varsity career against Paso Robles and against Draghetti.
One-handed mid-range is good, up and over with the hook shot. It'll be Luis DeMonica. If there's going to be a comeback, it's got to be on his shoulders. He's the only hot hand today. Nazil to his knees. Did they get the timeout? No, they didn't. He fell first and didn't continue his dribble.
Coach is trying to save the possession.
Grant Callahan will come out for Howard as JJ got a little bit of a breather. They're with under 2.5 to go in the third. Entry pass, give and go to the corner, DeMonica. It's pure. What a pure shooter Luis DeMonica is. He now has 3 threes, and the lead cut down to 13. 17 now for DeMonica, 2 shy of Howard's match high.
4 3-pointer for the Titans in this contest.
Nazil finds Jenkins, under 2 to play in the third. 13-point lead. Down from 19. As the offense has been in spurts for the Titans.
4 on the shot clock. They need to get this one off.
Howard decides to throw it up and bangs it home. 22 for JJ, his third 3.
That was a dead-eye shot.
Oh, daggers, and coming right back. Huge celebration for DeMonica, who may just get all 3 right back. A chance for 3 the hard way here, as Luis DeMonica now has 19. Nothing like competition to bring out the best, and you could tell that number 1 in black is fueled by J.J. Howard's performance tonight. Oh, that free throw was ugly the whole way. Just shy of 20 points now, Luis DeMonica. Smart decision by Dahlin to pass up on the 3, but he gets stripped away. An unfriendly bounce for the home half. As Andrade comes back in for Jacobson here with 1:12 to go in the third. Full court pressure nearly takes away as Nazil with 2 steals, hounding Hart. We've seen how good Luca Hart could be as a ball handler. His decision-making as a shooter, a bit questionable today, but he passes it off. Hot hand DeMonica flings it away. A little bit of a regret there. The lead stays at 14. That's the first possession without a point for Nipomo now in their last 4. They had been hot. .20 seconds separating shot clock and game clock. Andrade sets a screen. Open Howard. Left-footed leaner. They'll get it right back to JJ. He takes it from a little deeper now. That was a little too strong. Offensive board, Dahlin. 3rd chance of the possession. 4th chance of the possession. And the rim plays defense. Oh, look at this throw. That's over everybody. And Hart visibly frustrated by the back-to-back turnovers by his teammate Lewis. Now the shot clock is off, and a chance for Mission Prep to right the wrong from the last 2 quarters where they didn't hold the whole time. And a timeout is called. Might as well use it right here with 15 seconds to go in the third, a 14-point lead for the Royals.
High school football fans, we know the weekend starts under the Friday night lights, and at Laguna Grill, we've got you covered on college football Saturdays and NFL Sundays this fall. Come by and enjoy a savory burger with our made-in-house patties, some awesome appetizers, and a cold one. While watching your favorite games, Laguna Grill, a proud sponsor of Mission Prep Football on PSNtv.
This one's a barn burner if you're a Royals fan.
It's certainly on the floor. Could be a 25-point game, but hustle by the visitors and a massive performance by Luis DeMonica. He's the only player on the floor in black that has scored more than 7 points. And then after Luca Hart, nobody has more than 1. So it's truly been a lopsided performance scoring-wise. DeMonica with 21.
Referee's trying to tune into the broadcast.
He wants to question my stat giving there. Here with 10 seconds to go, we'll see if Howard wants to drive. He does, loses possession. Wow, a bailout foul there as JJ works his way back to the free throw line.
I always like when referees interact with the announcers. Yeah. There's another referee that always comes up and asks me if ESPN's called yet.
Really?
And I tell him, no, I need a TV timeout so I can go answer the phone call.
We don't get TV timeouts here.
I'm pushing for it. I'm slowly advocating for TV timeouts in high school sports.
There we go. I don't think the fans would want that.
No, they wouldn't.
They like their hour-and-a-half games. Callahan comes back in. Grant variety for Mission Prep as J.J. Howard has a free throw left with 7 seconds. It's been the one thing that Howard has struggled in today, although that one rattles home. Now 23 points for Howard, 21 points for DeMonica.
It's the race for the top scorer right now between DeMonica and Howard.
I'm excited to watch it. Make it 24 now for JJ here with 7 seconds. Hart really taking his time. I'm not sure they know about the clock. 2 seconds. DeMonica gets the three-point shot off. Oh, it's in and out. Wow, for a hot shooter, that one was all the way in before rattling out. And we head to the fourth. 46-30, Royals have a comfortable lead. And we'll be right back here at Cowitz Court.
Old San
Make it
Luis
an
Barbecue, a proud supporter of Mission Prep Royals football in the 2021 season. Established in 2010, they are SLO County's best Santa Maria-style barbecue. Couple of locations to choose from in San Luis Obispo, one on Higuera, one on Broad. They're open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., Fridays and Saturdays even later, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m., a great spot to stop by after Mission Prep's next win.
California Fresh Market is more than just your local grocery store. A full-service deli featuring premium boar's head meat and cheeses, fresh daily dips and salsas, organic and locally sourced produce, sushi rolled daily, wild-caught seafood, choice prime and Snake River Farms American Wagyu beef, artisan sourdough bread, fresh-baked cakes and pies, top-shelf wine and spirits, and the best craft beer selection. Happy holidays from all of us at California Fresh Market, the best on the Central Coast.
Welcome back. Brian Stanley, Daniel Gilman with you. Scoring by quarters. 9 points in the first for the Titans, 11 and 10. The Royals, 14, 15, and 17. So they keep stacking points.
It's been a balanced effort from the Royals. We mentioned 5 different players with over 4 points. Nazil has 6, a new career high for the freshman. But the defense swarming. Another instance where a shot is guarded, but no offensive rebound toughness there as it falls right to DeMonica.
Carl DeMonica in the right place at the right time.
His first points of the game. The lead is trimmed to 14. Nazil comes out of a double team. Open 3. Grant Callahan can't get it to fall, and that one tips out of bounds, but will stay with MP as Andrade did not touch it last.
And the foul trouble, Jude Callahan checking in. 4 fouls. As you say, a lot of trust being put into him right now. Can he finish this game, or can he go to the bench?
Yeah, you know what? In a lead like this, it's good to test it as Jenkins takes a break. There's the alley-up, and a foul is called. And the impact there. All that really matters if you're Howard is you get the ball first, and that's what he did. As DeMonica's frustrated, wondering how do we even defend him? There's no way to do it there if you have positioning like Howard had on that inbound.
I think the key to that alley-oop is Jude Callahan.
Yeah, that's why they use him, right? Free throw is good, and now JJ starting to get his free throw groove going. He missed his first two.
That's one thing you can notice about JJ. He never lets circumstances of defeat affect him down the stretch. He will always find a way to overcome and improve his game.
Nazil, offensive board. Callahan, open three. Oh, a line drive, it's good. That's a home run that got out of here in a second. And the lead is 50-32. 7 points now for Jude Callahan, playing with 4 fouls. Speaking of 4 fouls, we haven't seen Gavin Parker come back in the game since he was out with 4. Nazil, his third steal. Oh, wait, Howard's coming. Oh, they didn't hear him in time. That could have been a chance for a backboard dunk. But Nazil will take his career-high 8 points.
I honestly thought Nazil was going to set himself up for the dunk.
Oh, that would have been something.
You know, just the way he looked at it like, should I? No.
Oh, wow. Callahan comes down with the ball, but look at the wherewithal by Carl DeMonica to get a hand on it. A jump ball is called, which will stay with the Royals, but should get some extra brownie points there in practice when they go over film. Casillo, what a stud. A star in the making here on Cowitz Court.
It's going to be a tight action when slow Tigers come to town.
Should be fun.
Come across the Marsh Street, shall we say.
Stay till the slow Tigers stay in town.
Yeah.
Untall, open three. That one missed a little bit. Look at Andrade, his 7th offensive rebound. Up and under goes Callahan. 6 points now for Grant Callahan. The balance continues. It's not a balancing act, it's a balanced act tonight for the Royals here with 6 minutes to play, a 22-point lead as Howard nearly strips away the inbound. Untall. Ooh, JJ wanted the alley-oop. Open three. Oh!
Jeepers!
When things are going right, Grant Callahan now has 9. And a timeout called by Nipomo. That one hung for a minute.
That was a punt in the air, and everybody was watching and waiting for it to land, and it didn't land.
Down at the 1 that was. Here as we take a break, a full timeout called with 5:45 to go in this contest. We can say it's a comfortable lead now of 25.
Yes, comfortable lead.
Sometimes before or after a big workout, you need a boost. Well, how about you come down to Boost Nutrition? That's right. Get a boost at Boost Nutrition on California in San Luis Obispo. Come hang with them at Boost Nutrition. Healthy shakes, protein coffee, energizing teas, and more. Boost Nutrition, the official boost of Mission Prep basketball.
.545 to go in this Tuesday night Mountain League matchup between Nipomo at 1-3, Mission Prep at 3-4. Daniel Gilman alongside Brian Stanley. So happy that you're with us here in this midweek MASH. Mission Prep looking to go 2-0 this season against Nipomo. They had a tight win back on December 17th, 14-point victory in which Jamar J.J. Howard had 17. Tonight, Howard with 25. He's had 60 in his last 2 games, Brian. What makes Howard so special offensively?
He just has a unique eye for the rim, and he just doesn't let defeat affect him.
Nipomo ends a scoreless drought with the layup there. It's a 23-point lead for the home Royals as Jude Callahan drives with the right. Open Howard 3. Does he have a 4th? No. It's an offensive board, though, by the freshman Untall. And no, it deflects off of the baseline. Good eyes there by our referee down below the hoop. As the offensive rebound was number 14 for Mission Prep today. They have dominated the boards.
When it's game day for Howard, it's ice in the veins. It's the best way I can describe it.
35 on Friday in the loss to Arroyo Grande. And here's another turnover. Fourth steal from JJ. He streaks away, and there's a smart foul by the Titans defender, Preston Creer. He didn't want to be dunked on tonight. Under 5 to play now. It is a 23-point lead, and we'll see if Howard can get closer to 30. His career high of 38. That was back on the 28th in the win over El Camino Real.
At the SoCal Christmas Classic, hosted by South Pasadena High School.
Free throw, no good there.
That was an interesting tournament. The Royals were set to go into the championship game on Sunday. As LA was being hit with COVID, It actually wasn't a COVID cancellation. It was a weather cancellation, as the gymnasium, all 3 that they used, had leaks.
Wow. 26 now for Howard. He's now made 5 straight free throws. Actually, 5 of his last 6, I should say, after missing the first. Fancy footwork by Luis DeMonica. He has 23. Talk about a star effort in a loss. He has been shining tonight.
Best way to describe that tournament, all 3 games that we played, our opponents were announced the day of because of COVID cancellations. But day 4, it was because of the weather.
Great entry pass to Jenkins, feeding it back to the top, and Callahan. Open 3, a line drive effort from Untall. He gets on the scoreboard here tonight. 61-36 as the threes continue to splash down. Turnover number 7 for Luca Hart. Callahan wisely passes off the 3-point attempt and rattles home the banked layup. Jude with 9. 4 players all closing in on double digits, with both of the Callahans having 9, Nazil with 8. Foul called on the other end as Mikey Larkin and RJ Esmond get ready to check in. Oh, JJ Howard gets called for the foul there, so it's an offensive foul on Howard, his second, and he'll come out. We'll see if he is needed back in this contest.
He'll be back, taking a breather.
Open 3, Hart, no good. Untall has Larkin, instead goes to Callahan. Jude lays it in. He now has 11. Oh, it would have been a nice chance there to find Mikey Larkin streaking open. Pair of fresh legs down low in size with the 6'6" Esmond and 6'1" Larkin. Nearly a 30-point advantage. Hart, deep 3. Finally finds a home. 10 points now for Luca Hart.
His second tray of the contest.
First since the first quarter, as the lead is 65-39. Double team goes Callahan, and that was trouble the whole way. DeMonica. Oh, he had an open pass. Instead took it himself and finds his way to the free throw line via the foul from Untall. Don't forget to stay tuned for our post-game show. We'll be joined by the skipper here for Mission Prep, Terrence Harris, who I'm sure will have only good things to say about the offensive performance. See what he has to say about the transition style today. I'm curious if that was something they went into today thinking they would use more of, because he's been pushing them. Harris has been urging his team to move quicker every minute of this game. Outrunning Nipomo every chance they can as DeMonica moves to 24. In the game for the first time, Spencer Riegler finds RJ Esmond, and it's good. Esmond banks it home for 2. 67-40, and the fans love it. A bunch of fresh faces out there, along with Jude Callahan leading the way as the offensive rebound brought in by Cowitz. 2.5 to play. Deep 3, no good. And now Dominic McGuire will check in as well in the next dead ball. Oh, Riegler Airballed. Esmond hustles. Callahan holds here with 22 seconds on the shot clock. Riegler, no good. Out of bounds, and it's back to the Titans. But we'll see McGuire playing for the first time, looking for his first points of the season. You want to hear this place go crazy. See if 33 gets a bucket.
Dominic McGuire, yes, looking for his first points of the year.
Deep three, Cowitz. It's good. 3 points now for Josh Cowitz. He joins just 2 other players who have more than 2 points today for the Titans. 1:45 to play as Riegler steps into a mid-range jumper. Larkin flies in, but just careens it out of bounds. A team averaging just 56 points per game with 67 today in an outburst offensively as DeMonica throws up a prayer. Loose ball brought in by the Titans and a chance for free throws. Oh, RJ Esmond gets into it with DeMonica, the younger DeMonica, who bumps him by accident, it seemed, and Esmond got a little bit ahead of himself there. The 6'6" Esmond doesn't often see anyone his size. There, the 6'1" DeMonica now has the referees discussing what to do with that altercation. They're just going to keep it as a common shooting foul. Esmond whistled for the foul. Oh, now they're going to call the technical. Oh, they're going to call a dual technical foul, so that kind of cancels each other out. So after the explanation, it looked like originally it was going to be a technical on Nipomo, but then the Esmond retaliation hit him with the tech as well. So they'll shoot the 2 free throws here, then maybe shoot the technicals. We'll find out as a flurry of Titans come in, including Edwin Bill, Jaden Pham, and Jacob Gomez. Just outside the parameters of the running clock, or else we might be just about packing up here. But
well,
the
free running
throws
clock's
are good.
40 points.
Yeah, we're just 22. It was 28 for a moment.
Yeah, they're chipping away.
We won't get there here tonight. Untitled into a triple team. Riegler. Under a minute and a half to go in what is a very dominant win for Mission Prep here tonight. As Larkin nearly takes the 3, he dribble drives and is taken away by Gomez. First moments of the game today for Jacob Gomez. A couple additions for Nipomo as they're missing 4 of their usual players today. 3-point attempt, no good from Pham.
McGuire with that rebound.
He was moving a little too slow there, gets it taken away. Senior Dominic McGuire getting some minutes here late in the game. 40 seconds to go. Takeaway, Untitled. It looks like Mission Prep is trying to maybe play a little bit of sportsmanship here as Untitled lays it in, but they're not powering, they're not running and showing off here tonight, which is a good show as Untitled now with 5. Final seconds. 3-pointer no good from Edwin Bill. Oh, this 3-pointer rattles home. How about Neo Cortez? That makes it 69-48. 6 seconds left and a turnover. We'll be joined by Terrence Harris here in just a moment, so make sure to stay with us for that. We'll hold, and Nipomo will wait. Cortez will throw up a prayer that would count. Oh, it goes! Oh, a half-court shot from Neo Cortez at the buzzer makes this a little closer than the game might have shown. It's 69-51 the final, as 21 points scored in that fourth quarter from the Nipomo Titans, but it's well too little too late as Mission Prep moves to 4-4 in the Mountain League, 9-12 overall. Quick takeaways here before we're joined by Coach Harris.
A good possession, a good win for the Royals to get back into the ways of winning, putting the W in the standings, something they needed to do for their positioning in the playoffs, as the Central section is doing playoffs by division and rankings. The computer rankings are based on, a lot of different factors, including your record. So the more wins they get, the better off they are. So good win here tonight. A team effort all around from everybody, top to bottom.
Let's go over a couple of the stats here before Coach Harris joins us in just a few seconds, as J.J. Howard finishes with 26, 8 from Nazil, 11 from Jude, and 9 from Grant, as Untal adds 5, Esmond with a pair, and Jacobson, Andrade each with 4. Coach, thanks so much for joining us here into the postgame show. And I want to start with David Andrade, as his offensive rebounding prowess there early on really kind of evened out that rebounding margin, because the defensive rebounds weren't quite there. Andrade's hustle seemed to lift the spirits in the first quarter.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. We missed the first couple possessions. We had a hard time rebounding it on the defensive end. But I'll tell you what, we were missing a lot of shots early. But David was a beast on the boards. He got us so many extra opportunities in that early going. And then Luke Jacobson came in for him and did the same exact thing. And those two were a dynamic tag team on the boards today. And most importantly, just active and aggressive and doing the things that we know that they can do and that we want them to do if we're going to continue to get better as a team.
I've now seen Nazil play twice. It was his debut against Paso, and then here today, I think he's got 7 steals in those 2 games. What kind of energy does a freshman in the practice side of things kind of bring out? Is he just as extra hustle kind of player in practice?
He is. Yeah, it's fun to watch him in practice, actually getting into JJ and battling. And, quite honestly, that young man, he's learning and he's growing. But that young man on the defensive side of the ball and with his ability to kind of get some tough finishes in the paint, he's got a lot of good going for him, and as he continues to learn and grow and commit, he's going to be a really special player for this program.
And, I wanted to ask that. You mentioned he kind of got in with JJ there. Do you think an effort like we saw from DeMonica #1 on Nipomo today kind of fires up JJ a little bit, because he got a little demonstrative with a couple of his made shots?
Yeah, I mean, DeMonico's good, man, and he was aggressive and scoring, and if you're a competitor, that ought to get you going a little bit, right? To want to come back and fight that fire with some fire. So yeah, DeMonico's such a good kid too. He's a hard-working kid, but he plays the game with a smile on his face and just has fun out there. So it's good to see those two battling against each other, as competitive as can be, but also having a good experience and good sportsmanship and just going back and forth with each other. Fun to watch.
And last question for you, Coach. We noticed there was a lot of emphasis on the transition movement offensively. You guys were pushing them. There wasn't a lot of half-court game.
Yeah.
What was the message in practice this week kind of leading up to today about that?
Run.
Just run.
Run, yeah. I mean, we actually watched a few games from some previous teams that we had that I feel are very similar in makeup to this team, and we were showing how they would get scored on and have a basket in 4 or 5 seconds getting up the floor. And it's a demoralizing experience for the team that just scored to be giving up a layup just like that. So I thought today was as good as we've been in early kick ahead and finishes, and I know that we can get about 10, 20, 30% better at this if we keep working at it.
Coach Terrence Harris following the win. Thanks so much, Coach.
Always good to have you, bud.
Wrapping things up here.
I think you're 2-0.
I think I'm 2-0. I'm feeling good about it.
Anytime you want to come around, make sure you're in the gym. You're 2-0. I don't care where you're at, on the mic, in the stands, but you're 2-0.
We were saying we're excited for the Nazil matchup coming up in a couple weeks.
That's right.
Oh, Stanley didn't like that one.
Coach just gave my job away.
Absolutely not. I told him in the stands, I don't care where he is. Hey, he can do the scoreboard, whatever. He just got to be here. All
Thanks,
right.
Coach.
Thank you.
We love you, Coach.
Back in action on Friday against the Atascadero, a 6:30 tip right here. Brian will be on the call from the Cowitz Court as final thoughts from this Tuesday night. I think J.J. Howard's 26 kind of sums things up, but I think it was the aggressiveness defensively that really separated these two teams. It was tight midway through the second quarter, and then they went on that run holding Nipomo scoreless for the final 3.5 of the second.
It was. Some big runs that the offensive went on. And then allowed the defense to work its course, work its magic, shutting down possessions of the Titans. If you look at on the offensive side of the ball, one of the key elements, you guys talked about it, was the play of David Andrade, especially on the offensive side of the ball, pulling down those rebounds. That's not something, there's been games where we've seen the Titans stand in the paint around multiple Royals stand in the paint against one opposing player, and that opposing player comes down with the ball with 3 or 4 Royals around him, and they're working to change that. You see that change coming. Control of the ball during possessions. At times, it did get sloppy in this, but when they were focused on the possession and they took their time, and they maintained control all around on the court, you saw how it changed the ball handling and the less turnovers that were created. And again, those shots by J.J. Howard, and then the flexing out of points and spreading them out to other players. Jude Callahan, Grant Callahan, Jaden Oziel coming up hot, Chase Untill coming in off the bench. These are key elements we need. And then Jude Callahan going the distance, showing
fouling out. Yep.
Showing the coach that, hey, coach, I can play clean ball. Just give me a moment here. And those are key elements, and when they lead at half, it's a good way to get a win.
It certainly was. It was a 29-20 lead at half, still single digits. They moved it up to a 16-point lead at the end of the third quarter. And our final score here on this Tuesday night, 69-51. Quite the way to put that 1-point loss in the rearview mirror from Friday. Moving forward to hosting Atascadero, looking to go over 500 in the Mountain League this Friday. Make sure to tune in 6:30. Catch Brian a couple minutes earlier for his usual pregame show. Until then, he's Brian Stanley. I'm Daniel Gilman. Thank you so much for joining us. California Fresh Market presenting Mission Prep Basketball, driven by Untitled.